I load it. I want to get my drink. Mm-hmm. Holy wilds, Logan. Yeah, you have like 3 wilds in the back of your... Ringo. guess you only need to get just one for that one card.
Nah.
Doesn't do a very good job being a bad boy. Is 9 blue, red. 2 purple, red. Oh, I'm just memorizing your guys' cards. I'm talking about.
Uno.
He hasn't used a purple. He has a red. Sounds like the pink color. No.
Uno.
What up? Oh. Nothing I can do. Good one. I like that design. I like that design. Change that portrait. Feels like the art was tried with this one. Ooh. Ooh, actually, friendship. All right. You want to use your Battle Project card? Love you, sweet Q. I'm so sorry you're in pain. to this video.
Paul's letter to the Colossians. It was written during one of Paul the Apostle's many imprisonments for announcing Jesus as the risen Lord. And the letter is addressed to a group of people that Paul had never met who made up a church community that he didn't start. This church in Colossae was started by a co-worker of Paul's named Epaphras, who was actually from that city. And Epaphras had recently visited Paul in prison, and he updated him on how well the Colossians were doing overall, but he also mentioned some of the cultural pressures tempting them to turn away from Jesus. And so Paul wrote this letter to encourage the Colossians to address the issues that Epaphras had raised, and then to challenge them to a greater devotion to Jesus. The letter's design and flow of thought are pretty easy to follow. The opening movement focuses on Jesus as the exalted Messiah. Paul then goes on to show how his suffering in prison is for the exalted Jesus. And then he addresses the pressures tempting the Colossians to turn away from Jesus. After this, he explores the new way of life that Jesus' resurrection opened up for them. So the letter opens with two prayers. Paul first thanks God that he learned from Epaphras that the Colossians have been totally faithful to Jesus, showing love for God and their neighbors, all because of the hope they have in the new creation that Jesus has in store. And so he moves on to pray that they would grow in their wisdom and understanding about Jesus. And then Paul has placed a poem here to help the Colossians and us do exactly that. It's the centerpiece of chapter 1, a poem all about the crucified and exalted Messiah. It has two parallel stanzas, and it's crammed with language and imagery from the books of Genesis and Exodus, from the Psalms and the Proverbs. The first stanza explores how Jesus is the true image of God. In him, the full character and purpose of God is embodied in a human. He's the firstborn, an Old Testament phrase about Jesus' royal status over all creation. He shares in the very identity of the one true Creator God. And by him, all reality, all powers and authorities, spiritual and human, have been created. It's in Jesus the Messiah that we discover the very author and king of creation. And so in the second stanza, we discover he's also the one bringing about a new creation. He's the head of a new body, which refers to Jesus' people, who are the new humanity, of which his own resurrection existence is a prototype. In him, God's glorious temple presence dwells, and so it's through Jesus' death and resurrection that God has reconciled himself to humanity, to all spiritual powers, to all of creation. It's a remarkable poem, and Paul will keep referring back to it as he goes on in the letter. So he first shows how the truth of this poem transforms his own experience of suffering in prison. He's being punished for announcing to the Greek and the Roman world that Jesus is the resurrected Lord and King of all. And so his suffering, he thinks, is not a sign of defeat. It's actually his way of participating in Jesus' own suffering done as an act of love. And so his hardships are actually a cause for joy. He's imprisoned for the surprising news that Israel's resurrected Messiah is creating a new multi-ethnic family. And more, just as the divine glory dwelt in Jesus, so Jesus dwells in and among his international family. Or as Paul says, the Messiah is in you all, the hope of glory. Paul then addresses the cultural pressures that are tempting the Colossians to turn away from Jesus. They were confronted by a combination of mystical polytheism along with a pressure to observe the laws of the Torah. So all these new Christians, they had grown up worshiping the various Greek and Roman gods who governed different arenas of human life. And many simply included Jesus as one more deity that they could worship. There was also great pressure from the Jewish Christian community for these non-Jews to complete their commitment to the Messiah by following all of the laws found in the Torah. Specifically, he mentions eating a kosher diet, observing sacred days, and circumcision. It's very similar to the problem he addressed in the letter to the Galatians. For Paul, to give in to either of these temptations is compromise. It's a failure to grasp who Jesus really is and what he did on their behalf. The Colossians used to live in fear of spiritual powers and elemental spirits, as Paul calls them. But Jesus triumphed over these through his death and resurrection. He freed the Colossians from any obligation to them. In the same way, Jesus fulfilled on our behalf all of the laws of the Torah. which never had the power to transform the selfish human heart anyway. And so what Jesus did in his life and death and resurrection, it lacks nothing. It doesn't need to be supplemented by following the laws. He is the reality to which all of the laws of the Torah were pointing anyway. Instead of the laws, followers of Jesus have the power of his resurrection to change them, which is what he goes on to explore. Following Jesus means joining his new humanity because their lives have now been joined to the risen Jesus' life. And this is why Paul challenges the Colossians to set their minds on things above, where the Messiah is seated or rules at God's right hand. Now, Paul doesn't mean here, think about how you'll one day leave earth and go to heaven. Rather, the heavens are the transcendent place from which Jesus rules now over all of creation. And from there, he will one day return here to transform all things. Or, as Paul says, when the Messiah who is your life is revealed, you too will be revealed with him in glory. So Paul challenges them to live in the present as the kinds of new humans they will one day become. He uses the image of their old humanity, characterized by distorted sexuality and destructive speech. For Christians, that humanity died with Jesus and has been replaced by his own new humanity, which is characterized by mercy and generosity, by forgiveness and love. And this humanity, it transcends the ethnic and social boundary lines of our world to create, in Paul's words, a people where there is no one Greek or Jewish, circumcised or uncircumcised, slave or free, but the Messiah is all and is in all people. Paul then gets really practical, and he shows the Colossians what this new humanity might look like in a first-century Roman household, which was a highly authoritarian institution where the male patriarch held the power of life and death over his wife and children and slaves. Not so in a Christian household. Here, the risen Jesus is the true Lord. And so, in the Lord, the wife allows her husband to become responsible for her, and the husband is subject to Jesus by loving his wife and placing her well-being above his own. In a home where Jesus is Lord, children are not objects, but are called to maturity and to respect, and parents are to raise their children with patience and understanding. Christians who are slaves are to honor their human masters precisely because they're not the real master. Jesus is. And Christians who have slaves are to understand that this slave is not their property, but rather a fellow member of Jesus' body to be honored and embraced in love. And Paul's walking a very fine line here. He is reshaping the most basic Roman institution around Jesus, who rules by his self-giving love. And so while he doesn't abolish the household structure outright, the exalted Messiah demands that it be transformed, almost beyond the point of recognition for any Roman living in Colossae. You can see this most clearly in the letter's conclusion. After a request for prayer, Paul applies these instructions about Christian slaves and masters. And we discover that Tychicus is the one carrying and reading this letter to the Colossians, and he's accompanied by a certain Onesimus, who was a former slave to a Colossian Christian named Philemon. And we discover from another letter addressed to Philemon that Onesimus had escaped from his master. It was a crime worthy of imprisonment. But Paul asks the whole church to greet Onesimus as a faithful and beloved brother in the Lord. And then in the letter to Philemon, Paul says that he should receive Onesimus no longer as a slave, but as a brother. Talk about ending the letter with a punch. So in the letter to the Colossians, Paul is inviting us to see that no part of human existence remains untouched by the loving and liberating rule of the risen Jesus. Our suffering, our temptation to compromise, our moral character, the power dynamics in our homes, all of it must be re-examined and transformed. We are invited to live in the present as if the new creation really arrived when Jesus rose from the dead. And that's what the letter to the Colossians is all about. That's what the letter to the Colossians is all about.
All right, so takeaway, my friend. Oh, this is really cool, though. Oh, there's a lot of new lights shown in the gospel. Yeah, and let's go into it, okay? So this one also has a really cool poem that's a little different. So the part that I like is around this very end. Where here at this time, you have a patriarchy system. You know what patriarchy mean? It means male dominated. So just imagine we're in a Roman household. Okay. So my house is a Roman household. We're unclean to Jesus. And so I will be considered the top dog in this house. So Robin has no voice. Bailey, especially being a little girl, has really no voice. And you guys are not married, so you have no voice also. You get a little bit of voice because you're guys, but you have almost no voice. And so now, and let's say you guys don't come from rich houses. You don't have noble blood in you, especially. And so then here you have usurping, just like absolute, just treating, like using other people for your advancement. You know, hitting when things are not, or when someone's doing something you don't like. That's a power dynamic. Do you know when we hit someone, we're showing that we're using physical violence to get what we want? That's a today example of trying to use power over the other. And so here comes Jesus on the scene, and it is all are equal, all are like, we, instead of hitting each other, we speak love and care for the other. Instead of saying you're trash, speaking down to the other, we say, you're a beloved, you're my brother, you're my sister. Because now Jesus is Lord, we act like he observes, and he does observe everything, especially if we declare allegiance to him, and by him depositing the Holy Spirit, like he is always with us, calling us to faithfully love the other. Like he walks with us because of what he's done. And it's all done because of what he's done. Imagine, which one of this do you think you'll be? Of all these people who are, you see all these little people who make the body of Christ. Which one do you think will be? I'll be a toe. I call toe. I call big toe. The pinky. You're the pinky, Logan? But it's like that, like, but we're joking, but the whole point is it's like when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to a co-Jesus. He shares his glory with us. He elevates us. And like the elevation language in Greek means like literally like we're all considered lords now. You're no longer, like language says we're no longer. Oh yeah, we're not considered like low bottom tier, but Jesus made himself a slave so that he can elevate us into glory, into lordship. And how we express our lordship is by serving and loving the other. That's how we use our power. And we stop the hitting. And we use, like, my friend, I love you, but what you do really bothers me. And that's something we can all work on. All right. Love you, friend. We can start. All right. Let's try some pokerogue. Oh. Hey, create an account. Sorry, those headphones up might be mixed with the share get your number. This game just... Huh? Oh, now it works. Oh, now log out. Just turn it. All right, Logan. What do I'm hitting enter to select my Pokemon, but it's not. Oh my gosh. Spacebar. Okay. Oh, darn it. Did I actually close it out? I'm such a... Who's ever seen that Pokemon? Oh, of course we do. Yeah. My Lanta, I've been talking this whole time and I haven't muted. You still there, Kenny? If I could say that name right. All right, yeah, I haven't spent too much focus on Pokemon since like the first gen, classic millennial. Okay. Yeah. Nice. So yeah, it's been a good long, and I'm excited. I love rogues, and playing a roguelike. Oh man, like way for me to fast-paced learn, and it just keeps my attention. Yeah. Yeah, just keep on. I might lose this. Huh? I imagine we have something like that. I won't know. That's more of a question for Robin. Oh man, there goes my run. How do you cut yourself? Oh, I'll do it. Oh, I see. If I saw them, they're in my Pokedex. I haven't, so I have to capture them. I see. Is that the fire? No, that's not the fire. That's a grasshopper. Oh. Huh. Oh man, there's so many. What's that random water? You're slow. Wonder if there's like a clear. I have no idea what Pokerus is. Ooh, grass flying. Fire. I need a fire type. I think it turns into like firefighting. Very end, if I remember that right. Water. Oh. Oh, spicy. The Poke virus makes them get more XP. Oh, I don't have. Gosh darn it. I'm a silly goose. Oh, don't even have a fire move. Fights. Ground type. Ooh. Pretty good. Evil. All right, flying. Who should I switch to? Normal flying. Keep on using him. Ooh, critical hit. I'll get some Pokeballs. Oof. Hmm. Hmm. I'm up for the challenge, though.
Help, help!
Oh, I'm gonna lose this. I'll learn. I have a track record of being. Ooh, here we go. Come on. Give me a fire move already. There we go.
Not like that. Oh god. I see.
Uh,
Almost killed.
He's mad.
Probably cheaper to just actually keep mine alive than. Nice.
Go.
Oh, so spikes. Oh. Oh. Good to know. It actually continues on in the next roulettes. Actually, I need a fighting type, so I need to keep leveling him up. Let's do that. Let's get more spikes out, so when they come out, oof. Gotcha. Can I? Gotcha. And so. How many? Really? So do I gotcha? Can I just gotcha whenever?
Time, wait.
Or is it like after? Oh. Oh. Ah, here it is.
I did.
Oh. Chinese have huge determination. Oh, okay. Ooh. So now. Stainless. Okay. Nope. Nope. Ah, I didn't mean. It's gonna hurt. I did. Nope. There we go. There we go. Nothing. Yep, this is where I lose. Ah. Oh. Yep, I lost this. GG. All right. I'll get good at this. Do the virus. Because flying is a different variable, but then also adds weakness. How's that Charmander? Charmander is just a solid fire type. He also starts with Ember, which is... Can I just add it to my list? No, it's just a one time. Alright, let me try. Are you guys fighting Mulaney? Oh. Healing is a lot. He is a lot cheaper than a revive for obvious reasons.
Wow! Hurry up. Wait, come here.
Poison. Let's switch to fire.
Ah! That's too dumb.
This is round.
Ah!
Special, normal.
It's not potion.
And then so if I get two people rocking at the same time. Oh, they're all able to. Alright. So you need two to have it. If it's a duel that happens, you have a dual team. Why not? Let's use another in it. To always be catching, is that what I'm hearing? I'll do that. I think it seems cheaper. I'll get Frankie. Rocky, I mean. Alright. Difficulty specials.
Hey, blocking it.
That's mean.
Ah.
Come on, game. Ah. Yeah, they got RNG pain there. Oh, are you serious? Oh man, what a waste. My money is gone. Like that. To always probably have him top health after every battle. No for him. Yes. And my fire. Oh. So just, oh wait, oh, you even give candy out. Interesting. Huh. What does work up to? Can you look that up?
Ah.
Oh, I see. Potion with it being as cheap as it is. Let me. Alright, let's do this fire. Oh. Oh. Down like that. What the heck? Oh, his flying is actually going to hurt him. I did not think that.
Oh my.
Punish. Oh, 30% chance cause flinch. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's what I get for seeing him out. There you go, Charmander. Scratching. Oh.
Oh, yeah, Patrick.
Oof. Oh, so that's the virus. Okay. That's why he has the virus too now. Well. Perfect. Let's go. Fire type move intensifies. Hmm. Oh, wow. 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 Hmm. No. He's a boss. This is probably it. Get back. Oh. I wonder if I should have tried capturing him with all his numbers. If I would be adding a boss to my hand. He's like what, level 7? I see, so the virus just shares among the Pokemon. Gotta give me a Pikachu. No! Why do you have to crit? A psychic? I like this lowers defenses, right? Oh, inflicts damage and has 30% to paralyze target. Ah. Oh. Huh. Okay. Let's go to my... Oh, doesn't affect him. Why is that? Okay. Oof. Like. Nope. Oh, okay, hit Ghost and go. Oh. Okay. No. No. Wow. Wow. What is with this Meowth? See, my guy's like a freight train. He has trucks attached to his arms. Fine. He's at the red. Make room for Meowth. Sorry. Oh. I just have to stick with what I have. Okay, game. This is gonna be a hard fight. Oh. Oh man. Keep on with him to see. Nope. Normal flying. Keep lowering his accuracy. I'm not surprised, not very effective. Target. Go parse him first. Right. No, Mouth is just gonna carry my team. Oh my gosh. Let's. Nope. That's probably it. He's just so much experience. Ultra Ball. Oh wow. All right. For Meowth. Oh. Thank you. I'm so happy you're here. An army of Meowths to carry me. Oh. My Meowth Master. Oh. Okay, this one. Here we go. Kill my army of Meowths. Army of Meowths. Oh gosh, not fairies. This is. Oh, they're all back. Oh man.
Hey. I
I don't have any poison. Ugh. Oh. I'm done for. Oh, okay. Wow. The Meowth carry is even strong against. Guess I make some carry it. Oh. Keep trying to bring them down to catch them.
Oh my god.
Why not? Let's leave this Meowth. Scratch, I'm guessing. By the way, don't carry only item, so Wild Pokemon can steal your rare item. Don't carry items, is that what you're suggesting? Ooh, a lightning type. I don't know what that symbol is. Logan? What's that symbol? Is that dark? Is that lunar? Is dark just dark? I mean, he does the damage. Oh, he says the Pikachu clone. Oh. Oh, whoa. He's gonna bite me. Yes. Join my team. Might as well. Lower level. Should I keep Charmander? Or should I never get rid of stars? Do starters just default have more heat? Alright, keep starters. Alright, I'll release Zigzagoon. Release the other mouth. Okay, I'll take your advice. It's called Dragon Breath. Why won't I get rid of it? Ooh. I think Water Pulse is if there's a dual fight. It hits 2. Shadow Sneak. Well, that's a fun name. You put I thought you put it on top of the fridge. You're not looking for that. Welcome. Do what with this Pokemon? Heal? Is that what I'm trying to do? Yeah, it's being pretty good. The mouth is truly carrying with that flitch starts. Hmm. Each one of these you run into gives you a pithy phrase. It's okay to lose once in a while. Ooh. Oh, that double kick hurts. Okay, fire. I'll send out water. So flying. Guessing since it's flying and I wonder if Dark will do pretty good. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Oh, that double kick hurts so much. Oh, okay, no. Heat Reboot's kicking my butt. I can't remember if I have anyone. I think she has a dark attack. Nope. That was good, my friends. Try dragon. Nope. I should have done this. I should have done it first and that brought down his accuracy. That was fun. Add him, so power to the virus. And that Mewtwo carry was something. Fake outs. Let's try these newer ones. The newer Pokemon are always OP. My millennial brain hates you. I just want the generation ones to always be the strongest. My year only. Oh, looks like my camera that stopped working too. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see what's happening. Oh? Oh? Look at him. Crawl Brawler. What if, like, I feel like they've given up on names when they just, like, gave this dude named Crawl Brawler. Or Crab Brawler? Crab Brawler? Crab Brawler? Heal. Always be on tip-top shape. Man, I really need a flying type. I'll just keep doing it. Big cap. Yes. Oh, I don't think I grabbed a Pokeball. Oh, I did. Cool. Yes, I would. Actually, he's the youngest, but he's a flying type, so he'll do extra damage. Come here, Whirple. Fake tears. Fake tears. Fake tears eye drops. Fake tears dark move. Lower target special defense. That by 2 stages. It doesn't do any damage, it just lowers defense. Meh. Alright. Alright, Whirple. Top you off. Let's top you off too. We know how this game goes. We do crits. Why not? Flying grass. Probably change Pokemon. Don't want anyone get knocked out. Well, no. Not good. Man, they really want me to have fake tears. No. The garbage move. Oh, so fake tears is pretty good for support Pokemon doubles. Oh, okay. Oh, water against grass is never good. Send him out. Flying. Oh my gosh. Like my laptop that I stream to is having a hard time with the ports right now. We'll just have him hit. Oh. Oh. Is this a use now or something to hold on to? All right, how's 4? Feel like a good bell sprout. Arm. Very tight. Lower attack by 2, okay. Hmm. Ah. Ah. Oh. That the lady I'm fighting? Let's see if I can do any well. Your water gun versus my. I should probably just use pound. I'm being a silly goose. Ooh. Come on. Let me hit her. More enough Pokeballs, more Leers, I guess. Get Froggy back. So now they all get experience because of that. Nice. Oh. Oh. No me out, no life. Very true. Do I have anyone? You're a normal type. Let's give it a try. Oh, it's darn. Bite is a dark type. Oof. Yeah, and she's saying like a freight train. Oh my gosh. Yep, this is it. And I can do tail whip. You have to chill out. Chill, let the KOs happen so each one can get a hit before switching. I'm surprised I beat that. Hey Char, we're at time, dude. I thought you knew that one. Blow froggy. The experience is shared. Might as well. Okay, my lowest level is the Rumple. To this. This ghost stat won't do anything. I want you to stay alive. Oh. Wait, I can only throw a ball when I have a ball. Ugh, come on. Oh wow. Oh, I misread that. I see. What? Unlike his. Actually, Tail was a good one for twos. Or maybe kept it. No, Frankie! Brokey! Um. No Meowth. If I understand this right, it does 50% more damage for the extra money that I have. Actually, I'm going to spend the money to revive him. Heal him. Yeah. Huh? Are you too anxious? Is it a one-time thing or is it a permanent thing? Oof. Oh, it gives money for how much money I have. Oh, that's... Whoa. I don't know what buy it is. This is how they're rich. How they make all the money. Yeah? Do it. Oh, I see. The charge up attack. Oh, I see. Oh, that sucks. All right. And then let's get him out of here. Ah. Focus energy. Energy. The non-damaging normal type introduce. Oh, it increases probability of getting of doing a crit. So if you're saying, if I have 50% of damage I do turns into money, and then I do crits. No, he's not able to. All right. All right. Not super sour though. They need the experience. Meowth. I forgot to. No. Frankie, no. Okay, let's go after that. Oh no. You're on move. Darn it. Oh, I should have done double bite. Isn't tech ability. What does that mean? That was a lot of money. Dang. Frankie! The fake tear's good. Didn't you say it was? Didn't you say that's the one that was good? For dual fights? Ooh, a fighting type. Oh, got him. Yes. Bye bye, Zigzagoon. Oh, wait, he has the rock. Oh. Oh. No. Wait, rip off. Yes. For monkey shines. Mankey shines. Hmm. What is this number? Good thing I got screen call. see you, friend. If you're still there, thank you so much for coming in and give me the lowdown on this game and teaching of 20 plus years of Pokemon. But I'll be right back. Still, I'm taking care of a couple things. We got rid of the move that work. Even this froze. You actually like hug her for a while. Wait, she's so... Huh. Not just a hug. Oh. For Battle Project? Alright. Game settings. for that for right now. Go here. Type in Bible project. New Testament. Okay, we are in. It is Colossians.
Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians. This is most likely the earliest letter that we have from Paul, and the backstory for it is found in the book of Acts. It's where Paul and his co-worker Silas went to the ancient Greek city of Thessalonica. And after just 1 month of telling people the good news about Jesus, a large number of Jewish and Greek people gave their allegiance to Jesus, and they formed the first church community there. But trouble was brewing. Paul's announcement of the risen Jesus as the true Lord of the world, it led to suspicion. So the Christians in Thessalonica were eventually accused of defying Caesar, the Roman emperor, when they said that there is another king, Jesus. And this led to a persecution that got so intense, Paul and Silas actually had to flee from the city, and this was painful for them because they loved the people there so much. And so this letter is Paul's attempt to reconnect with the Christians in Thessalonica after he got a report from Timothy that they were doing more than okay, they were flourishing despite this intense persecution. He designed the letter to have two main movements. First is a celebration of their faithfulness to Jesus, and then he challenges them to keep growing as followers of Jesus. And then these two movements are surrounded by three prayers. The letter opens with a thanksgiving prayer, the two movements are linked together by a transitional prayer, and then the whole thing is concluded with a final prayer. It's a beautiful design. Paul opens by giving thanks and celebrating the Thessalonians' faith, their love for others, and their hope in Jesus despite persecution. He goes on to retell the story of their conversion, how they used to be idolatrous polytheists, and they were living in a culture where all of life was permeated by institutions and practices that honored the Greek and Roman gods. And Paul talks about how they turned away from those idols to serve the living and true God, and that they're now waiting for the coming of God's Son from heaven. So in a city like Thessalonica, transferring your allegiance to the Creator God of Israel and to King Jesus, this came at a cost. Isolation from your neighbors, hostility from your family. But for the Thessalonians, the overwhelming love of Jesus who died for them and the hope of his return, it made it all worth it. Paul then retells the story of his mission in Thessalonica and of the dear friendships he formed with the people. He uses really intimate metaphors here. They treated him like their child, and he became like their mother and like their father. He says, "We were happy to share with you not only the good news from God, but our very selves, because we came to dearly love you." Paul reminds us here that the essence of Christian leadership is not about power and having influence. It's about healthy relationships and humble, loving service. He reminds them that he never asked for money. He simply came to love and serve them in the name of Jesus. And so Paul moves on to reflect on their common persecution. Just like Jesus was rejected and killed by his own people, so now Paul is persecuted by his fellow Jews, and the Thessalonians are facing hostility from their Greek neighbors. And Paul draws a strange comfort from knowing that together their sufferings are a way of participating in the story of Jesus' own life and death. Paul then shares about the anguish he experienced when he heard of the hardships the Thessalonians had after he and Silas fled. So he sent Timothy to support them and see how they were doing. And to his joy, Timothy discovered that they were going strong. They were faithful to Jesus. They were full of love for God and their neighbors. And they longed to see Paul as much as he longed to see them. And so Paul concludes with a prayer for endurance. And what's cool is that he introduces here the topics he's going to address in the letter's second half. He prays that God will grow their capacity to love, that he'll strengthen their commitment to holiness as they fix their hope on the return of King Jesus. So he opens the letter's second movement by challenging them to a life that's consistent with the teachings of Jesus. So this means, first of all, a serious commitment to holiness and sexual purity. In contrast to the promiscuous, sexually destructive culture around them, they are to follow Jesus' teaching about experiencing the beauty and the power of sex within the haven of a committed marriage covenant relationship. God takes sexual misbehavior seriously, Paul says. It dishonors and destroys people and their dignity. Following Jesus also means a commitment to loving and serving others. So Paul instructs them that Christians should be known in the city as reliable people who work really hard, not just to make money, but so that they can have resources to provide for themselves and to generously share with people who are in need. After this, Paul addresses a number of questions the Thessalonians had raised about the future hope of Jesus' return. So some Christians in the church had recently died, most likely killed as martyrs, and their friends and family are wondering about their fate when Jesus returns. And so Paul makes it clear that despite their grief and loss, not even death can separate Christians from the love of Jesus. When he returns as king, he will call both the living and the dead to himself. And Paul uses a really cool image here. He uses language that would normally describe how a city subject to the Roman Caesar would send out a delegation to welcome or meet his arrival. Paul then applies this imagery to the arrival of King Jesus. He too will be greeted by a delegation of his people who will go to meet the Lord in the air as they welcome and escort him back to this world where he'll establish his kingdom of justice and peace. Paul then wants the Thessalonians to see how this hope should motivate faithfulness to Jesus. So he pokes fun at the famous Roman propaganda that it's Caesar who brings peace and security. Of course, Rome's peace came through violence, through enslaving their enemies, and military occupation. And Paul warns that Jesus will return as king one day and confront this kind of injustice. Followers of King Jesus should live in the present as if that future day is already here. Despite the nighttime of human evil around them, they should stay sober and awake as the light of God's kingdom dawns here on earth as it is in heaven. Paul closes all of these exhortations like he began, with a hopeful prayer, that God would permeate their lives with his holiness, that he would set them apart to be completely devoted and blameless until the return of King Jesus. 1 Thessalonians reminds us that from the very beginning, following Jesus as king has produced a truly countercultural or holy way of life. And this will sometimes generate suspicion and conflict among our neighbors. But the response of Jesus' followers to such hostility should always be love, meeting opposition with grace and generosity. And this way of life, it's motivated by hope in the coming kingdom of Jesus that has already begun in his resurrection from the dead. And so holiness, love, and future hope, that's what 1 Thessalonians is all about.
All right. So takeaway, my friend. Okay. Well, what about that last part? Hmm. Okay, well, let's think about the takeaway. What can you practice from what we learned? Oh, well, think about this way. When what you know what counterculture means? So counterculture is what culture is like what everyone's doing, how everyone's reacting, how it's very easy to get angry. Let's say take a very at home, like it's very easy to bully and say mean words, to be cruel with our words, to make fun, to laugh, to so counterculture means going the other direction. Is to set your face, pretty much to not be that. So, in following Jesus, how can we be counterculture? Hmm? Give. Okay. Okay. Let's practice this now. Charlie, you are a joy to be around. So, say nice. Let's have that practice. Say a nice thing to a neighbor. Okay. So you're having a hard time being counterculture? Remember the album that had the scorpion coming out of the guy's mouth? Watching No Sleeper? Like, we have a choice to either speak death or speak life. And so, how we be counterculture is by, because Jesus
About
speaks,
what we do.
yeah, and Jesus speaks life. It's because of what he has done that we can speak life. He has declared you worthy of love, worthy, like, he declared you good. He has called you fellow Christ heir. And so now that same action
We do.
we speak, and we do that now. We speak love towards family, friends, and people we don't like. So it takes us. Be in step with the spirits, you have to practice being in steps of the spirit to live in the spirit. Like if I sit around and am always mean to Robin, and I say, all right, one day I'm going to be nice to Robin. She's probably going to leave me by then, but like practice of being nice. Yeah, and that starts now. So, in the spirit of that, who Fruckader will win? Oh, wait, what? He passed out? Why am I... There we go. Why my camera keeps... This is the run. Wow. Try him out.
I told you. That's so fun.
Darn it. I'm waiting for your dad to respawn. Okay, cool. We can leave right now if you like. We can leave right now. Sounds like me. Hey, Luke. There you go, my camera going bonkers again. All right, catch you guys later.